We are confused. We discover that what we voted for is not what that was counted.
We challenge them to come and conduct that election.
I want to challenge them. The whole where we use have a CCTV camera. If they can call back the camera, it will present what we
do. 40 delegates voted for my aspirant, Tayo. So the name couldn't even mention that at all.
The question I will make is that the election should be cancelled.
And they said myself that won the election with 14 cleared votes, did not have not even one vote.
Whatever he says, Honorable Prince Bisi Yusuf did not come to the meeting with their members. Even if we should use the attendance register that was submitted to the applicant, Honorable Bisi Yusuf will not win his council.
Let the record speak. We are challenging anybody against to do. And call us for the election. Call us to come and conduct the primary. These are the 40. That's why you can see the tags here. The 14 for engineer David for that we are solidly intact.
We are confused. Exactly what happens in the primaries, we need to know. And for us to know, we need to meet those that were there.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are all aware that we attended the primary yesterday at Acme. We got there, the program was supposed to schedule to start by 8 or 8:30, but we were there on time. And as of 11, 12 o'clock, nothing happened. No tag, nothing. We were waiting, you know. That's what we went there for. So we have to wait. So it was getting to like 1 or 2 o'clock. People, some local government were leaving. So it's like we were about to be frustrated. We left as well. We're putting our intention in our mind that, well, even though we left, we still have our mind there that we have somebody that will be briefing us as to what was going on there. Later on, we were called back around to 3. In fact, I was at home already trying to relax. I just have to abandon everything I was doing and we ran down to the place. They said we are voting. But the whole process that happened, I will not be able to say details, but I will allow the agent to say much about it because it was inside when they were counting. But I'll give you summary of what happened. When we enter and they accredited us, we were 25 in number. But we were surprised to see that no agent was allowed to be inside the hall of voting. Everybody voted and left. And when you vote, merely you vote, you don't have any exit or meander way to go out of that place. The whole place has been barricaded. So once you vote, you follow the barricaded route out to the main gate. It's like between hell and heaven. Once you are in hell, you cannot go to heaven. When you are in heaven, you cannot go to hell. There is a total demarcation. There was nobody inside the hall of voting, no representative of the aspirant, the agent of the aspirant, nobody was there. So immediately we concluded, we that voted, we that are delegates, we were 13 in number, and we knew ourselves, we have our tag. Everybody has their own tag as we presented it now. And we believe that at least the 13th vote will complete. But unfortunately for us now, after the election, we discover that what we voted for is not what that was counted.
Yesterday, we were acting in line with the guideline of the party. We got there to participate in the primaries. We were there around 8 a.m. in the morning. On getting there, we were told that we need tags to gain access into the primary venue, and that Alimosho constituency, the 6 councils that make up the constituency, our tags are not ready. That we may not vote that day. We said we wait until we have an official confirmation from the officers at ACME. So we were outside, we were not accredited, there was no time. The one we are looking on now. Then around 10 a.m., we heard that officers that were to come to our constituency here to conduct the ward primaries said ward primaries could not hold. So in line with the fact that we have an official communication that there will be no ward primaries and we are not granted access into ACME to have the chairmanship primary, we return back home, thinking once we get another directive, we make ourselves available for the primary. So we came home. Around 3 p.m. we got a directive that we should return back to ACME, that the chairmanship primary will hold. So we made ourselves available. We were 15 in numbers. We arrived at ACME. We were duly accredited. We gained access to the primary ground, and 24 in number, 24 delegates in number came out from Bola, and we had 4 agents accompanying them, representing 4 aspirants. We have 5 chairmanship aspirants in Bola, but only 4 chairmanship agents were present yesterday. I among them. When we got to the venue, our agents, our delegates, 24 in numbers, were accredited to vote with their PVC and their party members. So we went in to vote, but to our greatest surprise, agents are not allowed to follow the delegates into the voting building because they voted right inside the secretariat. Agents were not allowed, so we stayed back that since they will go in, they will do the needful and come back and give us the result. But what we discovered was that when they went into the building, there was another tool there which they were led out of the premises, leaving us agents alone. So we were told that we should wait, that the results will be counted. When we were giving tax as agents, that we should wait the results. Here is the ballot box which our delegates voted into. Said they will bring it out from the building. The ballot box were kept inside. No agent was allowed to monitor the voting. No agent was allowed to monitor the ballot box until the ballot box came out around an hour later that we have been sitting and waiting. When it was said we exercised the 57 local government and voted, that brought out all the ballot boxes and made straight before and counting began. So when you were counting other local government, my interest was not there because I'm not there to monitor for any other person that by Sarusimu Bumi contested the chairmanship of Bola, that's the ticket of the APC. When it was the turn of Bola to be counted, the ballot, I stepped up and one other agent stepped up with me to the podium to watch what was done. When he brought out the ballot, what we discovered was that they counted one ballot for an aspirant, Akitola Abiodun Falade. My aspirant, President Bola, they counted 2 ballot papers in his honor. But as you can see here, we have 15 delegates that went with me, that I marshaled, that I chaperoned, that they gave me their mandate as agents. So when they read to, I saw that every other ballot had Aduni Opayega Akindele written on it. With the same handwriting, the same biro, the same. So I raised an alarm that no, this is not possible. If anything, 15 votes, once you have counted 15 votes for Barrister Rotimi are done, you can count the rest for anybody. That's not my business. My business are the 15 delegates who are here, who voted for Barrister Rotimi, their vote must count. And by then they have excused them out of the voting premises. So I had to stand my ground yesterday and equally declare that what was done is basically that the Babatunde Ogala-led committee had removed the ballot of these gentlemen and ladies, honored delegates, and have supplanted it with ballots that we don't know their origin.
My name is Julius, the agent for Honorable Tayo the chairmanship aspirant for the Dimo SCT for the election held yesterday, primary election that held yesterday. So when we got to Acme, I first asked a question that from one of the electoral officers, that are we meant to stand beside our ballot boxes? They said no, that is not part of the rules for the agent to stand beside the ballot boxes. The ballot boxes were placed beside the office where we all sat outside. Okay? So after the completion of the voting exercise, they brought all the ballot boxes out. So by the time we turned to our turn to count our own, so they call us the agents. So by the time they announced the results, they were counting. As they are counting, they start mentioning names. So to my surprise, they couldn't mention the name of my aspirant, Honorable Tayo. So I made a complaint that my name of the aspirant wasn't mentioned. That here we came with 14 delegates, and then 14 delegates voted for my aspirant, Tayo. So the name couldn't even mention that at all. Even 16 votes, 14 votes, 10 votes, or 1 vote or whatever, they couldn't even mention the name. I didn't shout, but with respect, I made that complaint. They asked me to put it in writing. They are now put it in writing.
I'm here with the delegates for the primary election into the local government for year 2025 to give report of what happened at the State Party Secretariat Acme on the 10th of May 2025. Early in the morning, our delegates went to the State Secretariat to cast their vote for the aspirant of their choice. But unfortunately, when they got there, they are told for security reasons that they cannot vote, and they returned back home. It was later in the evening, they now asked them to come back again, come and cast their vote, with the belief that they will use justice, peace, and progress for the election. But however, when they got there, to our own surprise, and what has never been happened in a democratic sector, in any election, if you want to cast a vote, there should be a ballot box that we put in front of everybody, and they will see that the box is an empty. After that, members will now line up and cast their vote, while the agents of the aspirants will be witnessing what is going on. But unfortunately, they only allow the delegates to go inside and cast their vote. The agents did not even know the color of the box that they voted in. It was later. They now brought one box outside. They're counting another vote for them. Today we are here with our delegates. We have 15 delegates out of 26. The other one that we made it 27 was an aspirant. So that is why we have 31. From that 26, we are having 15 that casted their vote. I think you can hear their voice now, that they said this is the person that they voted for. Having said that, but their vote was not counted, and that means they wasted all their efforts and what we have been clamoring for.
yesterday, we left here with 25 delegates and 8 agents, including some of the chairmanship aspirants and those that were represented by their agents. The council chairman, the person of Engineer David Oladapo Famuyiwa, shattered a lamppost and took all the party members here, the LGA and all the executive, down to Akpe yesterday. On getting there, we got there around 9, and every other local government in Lagos State, as directed by the state party. On getting there, we waited. Most of the local government who have been accredited, giving them their tax and everything. We are now asking, what is happening? We have been waiting for over 2-3 hours. We now called the state security committee and staff to the chair of share in Alimosho, that is Mr. Fatoki, who called the minister. Okay, what is happening? Alimosho people are there. He told us categorically. Alimosho, there's a security report. I'm not sure election is going to be going to conduct any primary. See what happened. He said it has to do with Alimosho, Agege, Mushi, Ojo. He mentioned about 5 or 6 local governments that were affected. Why? We now told him there's no problem in Alimosho as far as we are concerned, but we waited. Politics being what it is. I said, okay, let's see what is going to happen. All the world party chairmen were there waiting. 6 of us. At about 12 o'clock, we were still waiting. What is happening? Most of the local government left. We are seeing some people being accredited after they came after us, about more than 10 local governments. He said that, and I said, okay, what do we do? There was a lot of pressure on us when it's after 12. I have to call the state chairman, the state secretary, Tokumba. Okay, we are here from Agbado Okiodo. What do we do? He said, Shitu. Honorable Shitu, take the people and go. Thank you, sir. So I now called my party leaders in Agbado Okiodo. This is what we heard from the state. Okay, we should be coming up. We got home around after 1 or 2 thereabout. We getting here after 2 or 3 hours. Most have slept, most of everybody will have been back. For us to hear a call from the state chairman calling the chair of share, President Bola Tinubu, is now calling the council chairman, everybody. Where is Alimosho people? They are waiting for everybody. They are waiting for everybody. After you told us we are not going to conduct primary for Alimosho, that the security report you are hearing from Alimosho is not anything. I said we should be coming there. And the faithful party members anytime West County. So we now started calling everybody. To the glory of God, under 20 minutes. Those of us are now Oshodi. So we assembled. Not quite 20 minutes. So getting there, we started the competition. Where is that competition? Every competition. So getting there, we are about 22 there already. That is the LGF who are mandated to do the primary as a delegate. Out of the 27, we are 22 already. Ordinarily, we are supposed to be 24 or 24, yes. Because out of the 27, about two of them, they are contesting for councillorship. So they are out of the race. Then one of us traveled out to make it 24 out of 27. So eventually we waited for the 2 to be 24, and accreditation was done for the 24 of us. It was about 6 agents for the chairmanship aspirants there. So we had to line up. When we got there, Agbado Okiodo, they gave all the star care to all the 24 NGA escorts. We are surprised. They told us all the agents they are supposed to step aside and stay outside. We were surprised. What is really happening? Now said, okay, we should line up. Fine, we have to follow the protocol. So we lined up. how to cross to a place there inside. So to our dismay, when we got there was no president inside there. Our agents were not there. Contrary to what we have in our guidelines, the party guidelines. If anytime you want to conduct any election, all the represented agents, you have to be there. The rest you have to be there. Tables were lined up there with Bibles and everything. Everybody was writing. Let me get the record straight. Among the 24 of us that got there, we have 14 solidly for engineer David, another for Amova. That is 14 of us, we were together. We were supposed to be 15. I told you. That is when we were 14 completely, and we were together for over 2 years in the position for this public primary. So the 14 was solid. So we got there. I was looking at what everybody voted. 14. Not to talk of the extras. I don't want to talk about that. The 14th, Engineer Famuyiwa, David Famuyiwa, Oladapo Famuyiwa. I saw virtually all the 14 when we put everything in the box. We also security about 5, 6, 7 security inside. He said once you go take it inside, we all went out. What we saw is we are outside the reach. Kept quiet. So why are we saying this? We want to state it categorically that what happened yesterday was never a primary. It was an imposition.
I'm talking of experience. From all the times I've served, I can tell you categorically that I've gathered different types of experience from different governments. So that's why I am the best person prepared to serve the people of Alimosho. But unfortunately, the Electoral Committee that organized the state primaries are prepared to destroy the good work of Asiwaju in Lagos State. Now the process put up by the state electoral committee has committed a rape on democracy. Yesterday we had the primary election at Acme, which I have my delegate, 14 number of delegates representing me at the voting center there, and they casted their vote. The 14 of them casted their vote, but to my greatest surprise, which I want to call the indulgence and attention of the President Bola Tinubu and the state party chairman Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi and the electoral committee chairman Honorable Ogala to look into SAN, to look into our issue in Egbedimu. We had 27 delegates and I was there with 14, which they casted their vote, and their vote was not mentioned at all while they were counting the vote. And to my greatest surprise, they mentioned a name that we don't even know whom bears the name in Egbedimu, which is Edunjobi, which we were told they gave him 2 votes, and Honorable Adeniro Kazim 8 votes, whom doesn't have any representative on the election ground at all, and Honorable Idris Balogun 16 votes, which is 17 votes, which makes it 26 votes. Meanwhile, we had 27 of our ESCO members, all the executive members, which are the delegates, are there on ground. I have 14, he had 13, and I have photographs here that shows the numbers of my delegates. I have their photographs here. Here is their photograph before they left the hotel. And also I have a video of a PA Honorable Idris Balogun portraying that we had an election truly in the presence of our party chairman Mr. Soliu Akibo, that he was at his presence, they casted the vote, which I had 14, I won with 14 votes, and they lost with 13 votes, and eventually we'll see what will happen after when the vote will be announced. And to our greatest surprise, we were told Honorable Idris Balogun had 17 votes, Honorable Adeniro Kasim had 8 votes, and Edun Jobi, which we doesn't even know who gave that name, had 2 votes, and they said had 1 vote, and they said myself that won the election with 14 votes, 14 cleared votes, did not have not even 1 vote. And these are my delegates with me. I have 14 delegates, and these are the delegates with me here. Thank you.
I was a delegate there yesterday. The fortunate thing about yesterday's election, we all saw what we voted for. The 13 delegates. We have biros on the table. So while you're writing, I am writing, everybody is writing. So we saw the 13 of us writing Dare Ogunkoya. It was not as if it was a secret thing. We saw it. 13 of us writing, including the party chairman, writing Dare Ogunkoya. So our question to our leader, this party since 1998, AD came on board. We've been mandate movement till date. So somebody coming to tell us story about mandate movement, maybe that person is coming from somewhere. So we are directing our speech to our leader, President Bola Tinubu. He must come on board to rescue this situation, because it will be a show of shame to the party. It's going to be a very big show of shame to the party. And considering Alimosho sense of voting, this is where we have the population. This is where carries the vote of Lagos. If you overlook it, we might be overlooking trouble. So we call on President Bola Tinubu to quickly intervene. We are telling the committee chairman, Lawyer Ogana, call for a revolt, because what happened yesterday was not, that box was not even our box. The box I threw my paper into does not have a tag. The box they counted has Alimosho, but the box we threw their paper into, there was no tag. And we want to challenge them. The hall where we use have a CCTV camera. If they can call back the camera, it will present what we protect. Let them bring back the camera of that hall. They should bring back the camera of that hall to show what we voted for. We don't want to stress you people much. The question I only want to ask, who did we vote for? Who did we vote for? Who did we vote for? APC! No!
That is the situation. Our call is very simple. Our call is direct. We want. Go ahead. Then when they were counting, they counted 23 for Aduni Opeyemi Akedele, who was purportedly declared the winner of the election. My question is this: 24 delegates were accredited. How come the total vote became 26? Where did those 2 votes came out from? That is the question to Babatunde Ghana SAN. Where did he manufacture those 2 votes? Then the thing is this: the law says that where there is overvoting, that renders the exercise invalid. It's a known fact.
I will make is that the election yesterday did not follow the laid down procedure in the constitution of the party. Now, because we were supposed to get there and now at least watch our votes counted so as to avoid any foul play. So since this we are not allowed, so the election should be cancelled because it didn't follow the norm and procedure of the constitution of the party.
Okay, we are here and we are not happy. Delegates are not happy. The residents are not happy. The robbers and chiefs, the market men and women, they are not happy.
We challenge them to come and conduct that election. It's not going to take them 20 minutes before they get the result. The Bible says, he who comes to equity comes with clean hands. And we all remember vividly. When Asiwaju's primary was conducted, it was conducted in an open. It was counted in the open. And immediately we know the winner. Why now that a primary election is being conducted and you barred everybody from the voting point?
We are ready to vote because 15 votes, they are voted here now. Yes. 15 votes is standing for Barrister Rotimi. Yes. And in that, it's clear winner. It is either you declare Barrister Rotimi Ogunyi the duly elected candidate for a great party. Yes, so. Because we are Democrats, we are not afraid of voting again. We are not afraid because it's our culture. It is what we have been doing for the past 24, 25 years. Since the days of SDP, into AD, into AC, into ACN, into APC. I, as a person, and my brother here, we were at the Eagle Square during the primaries of President Bola Tinubu. We both slept in the Eagle Square with Mr. President. Now, Mr. President, all the ballots were stationed outside.
And you see how things were done.
37 in all. 37 in all.
It was a show of shame. It was a disgrace to our great party. It was a disgrace to our great party. Because the guideline said, whenever you are having a primary, just like what happened in the presidential election, all the aspirants were sitting down there, they sat down. All the boxes were in their front. You cast your vote and you go. It never happened. So that means the box has been changed inside. When they brought it outside, it was not what we voted. Not what all the 40 delegates here. We get the record straight. We are challenging anybody against to go. And to call us for the election. Call us to come and conduct the primary. These are the 40. That's why you're seeing the tags here. The 14 for engineer David Odada we are solidly intact.
Today, I'm here with my people. I want you to confirm it that you are fully on ground and we are ready. I want to tell you, my stand today is to tell the state chairman we are appealing to the state chairman, Honorable Jelabi, the committee chairman for the primary election, Mr. Ogala, and we are also appealing to President Bola Tinubu to please quickly look into our issue in Ayobo Ipaja, because things are not going on very well. They cannot put a minority over a majority. People who have been working all day and night as a party representative, they are now here, they now do otherwise. They turn their vote to something. People are not happy. We are not happy with the situation. We are still going to appeal, and we are appealing to the president to please come to our aid. You should let us know that we are fully on ground and we are from President Bola Tinubu. We are the children of President Bola Tinubu. Mr. President says, follow Fashola, what did we do?
We follow him.
When Mr. President said, follow Ambode, what did we do?
We follow him.
When Mr. President said, follow Sanwo-Olu, what did we do?
We follow him.
Anywhere Mr. President go,
we go.
Whatever Mr. President do,
we do.
whatever he says,
we say.
that's our subject.